everyone, this is MAndrew10. I'm making a review on the Hawkeye Episode 1, so there will be spoilers, so just a little warning for that. Yeah. Although I am late by, 3 weeks? A little over? It's better to be late than just never do it, so that's why I'm doing it now. First, we'll start talking with the show's intro. The show starts with a young Kate in 2012 listening in while her mom and dad are talking about selling the penthouse they live in. She stacked a bunch of books so she could stand on them, which was fun to watch. And then, whenever her dad and mom hear because something falls, she proceeds to run to her bed and go to sleep, quote unquote, even though she doesn't actually go to sleep. And the conversation between her and her dad was really fun to watch, and it felt like it was a real dad and his daughter. It then cuts to her in the kitchen, eating lunch, and her mom are playing a little bit. Kate then gets told by her mom to go get the chessboard. They're gonna play some chess. She runs off to get it, and, while she's getting it, a hole in her wall gets blasted in because of Chitauri. And then she looks out her hole, because now she has that in her room, and we see Hawkeye from the 2012 movie, whenever he's on the roof destroying some Chitauri, and then Kate idolizes him at that point. Her mom then comes to get her to safety, because a hole just got exploded in their wall. And then she runs off to after getting her safety, she runs off to go get her dad. Then it cuts right after to show the funeral of her father who didn't make it out. Kate tells her mom that she needs to protect them, and Kate's mom responds with the line of, "That's my job." And I think it's really great. I love the relationship between Kate and her mom. Kate then asks for a bow. It cuts to 2024. Kate is standing on a roof since she got dared to make the bell ring with her bow and arrow. So her archery teammates are standing on the ground, obviously, and then they're on a call with her, and they talk about how she's going to get taken off the archery team after this, most likely, if she gets caught. I said not most likely, but definitely. And so she's standing there, she shoots the bow, and it has a little tennis ball on the end to make it not, break it or anything, if that's possible with an arrow. And that doesn't work, it was a disappointing bell ring for them. And so she puts a little attachment on the edge, and, it makes it more exciting to have. And it's perfect. She does it correctly, and it's done. And then it falls, breaking the clock, the bell, and the tower. It then cuts to Hawkeye at the Rogers the Musical. Clint is with his kids' wife, and his wife is at home. He is watching the show, and then it gets to Black Widow's part, and he feels guilty for her death. So, after a couple seconds, he goes to the restroom and tells his kids first. And after that, he goes outside, and his kids come out, and they start heading over to a dinner. It then cuts to Kate, who's going to her mom's apartment, where you meet Jack, her fiancé, for the first time. And then, after that, Kate's mom tells her to get ready for a charity. Then it cuts to Clint, with his kids at dinner, and they're talking about what they're going to do for Christmas. Clint then gets a call from his wife, and they all say hi, hello, as you would. It then cuts to Kate, that's really it, and then it cuts to Kate at a charity event with Jack's uncle, who is possibly threatening her mom. Kate follows him and goes to a black market auction. And since she is wearing a tuxedo, she can blend in by pretending to be a waiter. But when the actual waiter who's supposed to be working that night comes up and says he's supposed to be the only one working, Kate somehow knows exactly the person of who to say the name of. She then continues watching where they're selling a dinosaur skull, Then she gets cut off because the guy comes and she quote-unquote quits her job. And it's actually a really funny scene. But after that, she continues watching Hiding. And they're selling the Ronin sword. Jack's uncle wins that. And the companion piece of the Ronin suit, nobody buys it. Because while that's happening, the tracksuits, a mafia gang, are setting up a bomb. And they explode a hole in the wall. And all those people there quickly become hostages. And Kate decides to wear the Ronin suit and take down the tracksuit mafia that are there. And then it shows Jack stealing the Ronin sword, which his uncle got, technically, via actually buying it. Even though it was stolen for the first place, because that should be in a museum, so whatever. Kate takes down the tracksuit mafia that are there and starts running, because she's gone in too deep and they're overrunning her. And she sees Lucky the dog while running. It cuts to Hawkeye and his kids at the hotel. They turn on the TV, and on the news it's talking about a masked assassin who could possibly be Ronin. Clint knows the Ronin suit and starts leaving the hotel, which isn't shown, but it is implied. It then cuts to Kate running away. She gets cornered by the tracksuits and is about to get killed by all of them. Whenever Hawkeye comes in, stops them from hurting her, then proceeds to throw her up against a wall. Then he takes the Ronin mask and hood off of her, and the episode ends. Overall, I think this was a really fun episode, and it was a good start for the show, and I'm very excited to make more of these episodes as reviews, and I'm excited for all the other Marvel shows, and I'm excited for all that, and along with a No Way Home review in about a week, probably about a week whenever this video comes out. And once that's done, you'll see that. But until then, I will see you guys later. Goodbye!